All right, quick review on the GAMO Swarm Whisper pellet gun. This one is a break barrel that shoots at advertised 1,300 feet per second. It does come with this little clip-on magazine deal, which worked fine. I mean, you just take this out, put 10 pellets in, then each time you break the barrel, it lines up and loads one. Works fine. I just found it more of a pain messing with the magazine than it was worth. I just prefer to just put one in each time I shoot. Maybe I'm just old school, I don't know. But my brother-in-law just popped it off for me so I could shoot it without it. So a couple things on the negative side to start with, and then I'll move to the good side. So negative side, the scope that came with this thing is not this. This is a great little scope I'll talk about more later, but the little, I think it's a 3 or 4 power scope that it came with was just kind of really garbage. I mean, what you expect, right? You don't expect a really nice scope to come with free with anything, right? But this one I would just get rid of it instantly. So first of all, when I put it on, I could not adjust it far enough to the left to even get this thing on paper at like 10 yards. It was shooting like 8 inches to the right and would not go any further. So a couple things. So I got rid of it quickly. I bought this mount that takes the dovetail and converts it to Picatinny rail, right? So that I can mount this Monstrum 3X prism scope, which is a really good little scope for the money. I've got a separate review on that if you want to check it out. But the other thing I did is I was reading online that a lot of times the screws will be loose and that can really affect accuracy. So I'm not sure if that was the case or if it was the scope, but I did, when I got home, I tightened up all the screws. This one, there's another one on the other side, and then anywhere else, I think there's a couple down here that I maybe tightened. You got to watch out. One is your trigger adjustment, but I did tighten those up, and I was able to get this scope to get zeroed pretty easily. So another comment is I tried several different pellets because I was initially getting groups all over the place. So I have this Redfire Extreme 7.8 grain, Rocket Superior accuracy 9.6 grain, and then this Silent Cat 10.5 grain. And by far, this Rocket Superior accuracy 9.6 was by far the best one. So I think it has to do with the weight, because this one's also in the extreme accuracy group. It's a lot lighter. I think that this weight, this 9.6 grain, is the right weight for this gun, and it really tightened up the groups. Now, I haven't really got to shoot it very far. I was just probably shooting it at about 15 feet or so to get the scope zeroed in, but these would be all over the place, these other two, and this one, I mean, they were basically touching if I did my part. So, so far I really like the gun. You know, I haven't got to use it much, but it does seem very powerful. The trigger, you know, there's quite a bit of play in the trigger, as you can see, but it does, I mean, it's 2 stages, or so it says, and I like it fine. I mean, it'll work for a pellet gun, and it is adjustable. And then this is just the safety right here. But yeah, so far the gun's good. Again, the scope, garbage. Again, I don't know if it was more to do with tightening these up than the scope itself, but definitely prefer this prism scope on it as well. Remove this, just don't find it necessary. But other than that, we'll see how it goes when I get out to the country and can stretch its legs a bit. But we'll definitely be shooting these. I've got a few other weights that I'll try, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. All right, take care.